Bueno. La última vez superamos la base. Pasamos la base. Y mejoramos la base. Rescatamos la mamba negra y protegimos la base. En fin, antes de empezar, como siempre, me gustaría recomendaros la maravillosa página de Dynos, donde os encontraréis cualquier clase de productos electrónicos. Si queréis una PS5, allí la encontráis. Si queréis un PC nuevo, allí lo encontráis. Si queréis un móvil nuevo, allí lo encontráis. Todo a la mejor calidad-precio, así que no lo dudéis y cuando tengáis un momentito, os pasáis y hacéis clic en este maravilloso panel donde pone Dynos abajo en la descripción. Pues nada, vamos a empezar. Vamos a ver lo que se cuece por aquí. No, esto no. Base. Recompensa. Esto es. Vale, guay. Muy bien. Pues prosigamos. A ver qué misiones tenemos por aquí. Tenemos aquí cassettes para escuchar un ratillo. Especialmente aquí. Ya la iremos escuchando a medida que hagamos las misiones. Sigue combate, vamos a ver lo que hay. Todo esto, bueno. Un segundo, voy a... Un segundo que realmente ya empezaba a ser un poquito molesto el hecho de estar a todo rato enviando mensajes de los diferentes grupos en los que estoy. Y ahora sí, vamos a empezar con las misiones. Pero antes hay que pedir un helicóptero.
Roger.
Ahí.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ.
Probablemente a partir de aquí las misiones sean más complicadas.
This is B-Quad.
Ahí
On
llega.
station at LZ.
Madre. Que no, vamos a ver si puedo mejorar. Nada. Muy buenas, Aniki, bienvenida a este directo. Siéntate, ponte cómoda, coge una palomita y disfruta. ¿Qué tal estás, compañera? Yo también muy bien, me alegro por ti. ¿Qué te cuentan aquí? Y disfrutando una buena pista. No puedo estar. Para adentro. Estamos bien. Sí, más tranquilo después de la resaca que tuve que pasar antes. Joder. Joder. Lo que pasé. Pues nada, pues que le des. Pues que disfrutes tu buena noche de dibujo. Yo mientras tanto, pues aquí estaré.
Boss,
Pues,
we've received some new job offers. The details are on your iDroid.
fábrica de los muertos. Muy buenas, Recio. Bienvenido a este directo. Siéntate, ponte cómodo, coge unas palomitas y disfruta. ¿Qué tal está? En el modo online puedes hacer uso de más PMB de recursos, ya que puedes acceder a tu inventario offline y online. Además, ciertos productos y servicios online solo pueden ser utilizados con tu inventario online, pero no puedes usar tu inventario online en modo offline, vale. Ya, a ver, Recio. Uf, aún estoy con el resacón de esa pedazo raid. No te puedes ni imaginar lo que fue ese momento. Fue lo más épico del canal. Y para celebrarlo, ahí te das unas buenas vistas. Inventario de base. La cantidad de PMB de recursos que tienes en tu poder a veces se muestra en un total que incluye tu inventario online o offline. Y a veces se muestra individualmente. Por ejemplo, 1000 online. En el modo offline los valores que, que se muestran no incluyen tu inventario online. Oh, o sea que haces la... Y ahora, bueno, dejé mi reacción en el canal de YouTube. Ahí lo puedes mirar tranquilamente. Nada. Uf. Vamos a coger un... A ver. Yo voy a mirar, pues guay. Pues nada, vamos a empezar la misión. A rato. Bien. Así. Vamos a empezar. Conflicto cercano. Aceptar esta misión. Vamos por aquí. Sí. ¿Existen versiones desarrolladas? Sí. Motín. Todo guay. Compañeros, vamos a ponernos al perrito. Que está bien poco. Ya la llamaremos en su debido tiempo. Bueno, creo que así estamos bien. Pues trae a 2 civiles. Pues nada, iniciamos misión a las 6 de la noche. Hostia puta, ya ves. Casi nada para el cuerpo. Toda una proeza en el canal. Conflicto cercano. Close contact.
Rescue the two prisoners being held in a guard post to the southwest of Ngumba Industrial Zone. The targets are civilians. One male, one female. Apparently they're specialists sent out there to investigate infectious diseases. They were frequent visitors to that devil's house at Zoyamadipool. If you recover them, we'll finally be able to get first-hand accounts of what's been going on in that place.
No, esto no. Quiero bajar.
Be careful down there, boss.
Bueno, vamos a ir tirando. Cierto que te cuenta, región. Vale. Vamos a tirar por aquí. No, esta plantita para luego liarme unos porros. Esta también. Salvaje. Puntos animales para el zoo. Vamos a escondilla. Menos plana la tiras por ahí. No vamos ahí. Ya nos vemos.
Good dog.
Y es que lo quiero mucho al bonito. Lo he estado cuidando desde que era básicamente un crío. Desgraciadamente se llevó una hostia sin querer de parte mía, pero míralo ya, todo un hombretón, capaz de cualquier cosa, de lo más mínimo que le proponga. Ahí está, es un amigo fiel.
Good dog.
Boss, an enemy squad is on its way to the guard post. Watch yourself.
No tiene gordo. No me toca. Ahora gancho ahí para ahí escalando este muro. Pero parece que no quiere. No. Vale. interesa. Por cierto, muchas gracias por esos 4 en el directo. Recordaros que para la semana que viene volvemos al horario anterior de martes a sábado. Así que estáos atentos. Hay peña. A ver cómo nos acercamos a ello. ¿Ven contenedores? Veo que no. A ver. Ahí está.
Check her face. See if she's a target. You need to help her.
Pues solo hay una forma de ayudarla. Bien, al desarrollo. Vamos a llevarnos ese. ¡Mierda!
Snake, talk to me! Snake! Snake!
La hemos cagado.
Your objective is to rescue the 2 targets. Counting on you, boss. You need to help her.
Porque Esto vamos a hacerlo rapidito. Antes de que se acerquen.
CFB, dat is Delta 2. We gaan vliegen voor het permis. Lijkt alsof hij ontsnapt is. Goed. Dat is CFB, begrijp. We gaan een zoektocht. Zo gauw als mogelijk. Uit.
Ahora. Mierda, se la han llevado. Bien.
Target extracted. Now extract the
Bien,
remaining target.
bien. Vamos, guay, vamos, guay. No nos jugáramos con nuestra avaricia y salgámonos corriendo, pero a la de ya. Pues mejor, sí. No vayamos. Mi amiga subió al nivel 18. De puta madre. Sí, muy bien que haya encontrado animal salvaje, pero ahora mismo no es el momento. No. No, aquí, coño, que estoy un poco oxidado de este juego. Vale. Vosotros tirad por ahí. Vosotros tirad por ahí. Que yo tiraré por ahí.
Help me! For real?
Amazing, boss. Getting both prisoners out in that situation. Great
Se
work.
acabó la mis. Vamos a ver, vamos a ver. Vamos a pedir un helicóptero.
Roger.
Vale, ya estamos. Tardaron un buen rato en venir, así que vamos a pararla. Pues nada, pues ya lo hemos hecho. Y tú, como siempre, un campeón.
Good.
HK, das sind wir. Und wenn die Fans an Vertrag mal Kontakt verloren nach Griechen, das ist Speedquad. Noch immer arriving shortly at LZ. Hier, Foxame.
Llega ya, coño, que ya están viniendo.
This is Speedquad. On station at LZ.
Bien, estupendo. Ahora...
Gaining altitude.
Nada, pues nos vamos a la otra misión cumplida con éxito. A ver si podemos mejorar un par de cosas. Wow, ya estamos subiendo como la espuma.
Mission complete, boss.
Rango B. Ah, esto es bueno, esto es bueno. Sigamos. Sí, me parece muy bien.
Boss, we placed the two targets in quarantine. They don't show signs of anything, but we'll monitor them just the same. If they had access to the Devil's House, I doubt they were sent there by some health organization. Cypher
Y que
used
tuviesen
them,
COVID, los
and would have
cabrones.
eliminated them eventually. But we'll protect them here. They've agreed to that. After all, we helped them out of the country as promised. The mission's complete. But boss, they've been behind the curtains at Ngumba. They examined the patients there nearly every day. They told us the patients were being made to listen to voices on tape. But the male target added something interesting. He said he doesn't know what was on the tapes because there was no English version. Of all the voices that were shoved down those people's throats, English was one of them.
Necesitaremos un traductor, algún intérprete. Muy buenas, Andrés. Gracias por el apoyo. Bienvenido a este directo. Siéntate, ponte cómodo, coge unas palomitas y disfruta. ¿Qué tal estás, compañero? Mira los que vienen voluntarios a nuestro cuerpo.
Boss, staying on the battlefield that long will have a negative impact on your health. Why not head back to Mother Base for a shower once in a while?
Sí, nos vendrá bien porque además tenemos que desarrollar un par de cosillas. Quiero desarrollar, ponerlo todo al máximo. Bueno, ya estamos en la base. Ahí está Oficial esperando.
Let's go refuel and load up on artillery.
We're good to go, Chief.
¿Qué pollas le pasa?
What's the matter?
Ya empezamos. Vos ya va siendo hora que aprieta el gatillo. Vaya te pasa, Quiet.
Stop this! Now!
What the fuck, you freak?
Give me a hand!
Toma por culo.
Hold her still.
Ay, se tranquilizó. Graban, ¿no? O así ya la partió los dientes con el cuchillo. No sé tú. Ya va siendo hora que tú te des un jabonazo, vos.
Payback for how they treated her? Doesn't explain the others. She had every chance to kill them. Tight security on her cell. This happens a second time. There won't be a third.
No cambia. No cambias de opinión ahora. Polla. No que cuando iba a hacer algo extraño iba a disparar.
Boss, about Eli. I'd heard that one product of the Les Enfants Terribles project went missing in Africa. The age would be about
perdón.
right. Now, I'm not saying I think it's Eli, but I want to run a genetic test all the same. Don't worry, I'll have it done without him noticing. The test may take some time, but I'll tell you as soon as we have the results.
Pues... Ah, la ducha ¿dónde estaba? Ah, bueno, hay una ducha por aquí, pues vamos a hacer. La polla. Vamos a meternos el jabonazo. Como nuevo. Ahora sí, vamos a mejorar. Me llega algo nuevo a recursos, es que...
Thank you for letting me join the ranks. I won't let you down, boss.
Pues de nada, señora. Desarrollo. Vamos a mejorar la arma. Y ya tenemos. Digo, creo ya podemos ya mejorar nuestra arma, supongo. O nuestro equipo. Sí. ¿Cómo podemos mejorar esto? El traje, ¿vale? Y ya podemos desarrollarlo. Vamos a desarrollarlo a la ya. A ver qué más. Esto no lo podemos desarrollar aún. Esto ya está desarrollado al máximo. Acá como que me la viene soplando un poquito. Esto también. El escudo que sinceramente paso a ver. Que me falta nada para mejorarse. Ya máximo. Aún no lo puedo mejorar, me falta aún bastante nivel de equipo y de vamos a quitar mi trayecto y sí, aún me queda bastante para mejorarlo y ya te cuento ahí en Santa. Aquí. Y aún. A ver si podemos mejorar al compañero, a ver qué hay para nuestros compañeros de batalla. Horse, forma de combate, mira, por el momento no hay. Ah, bueno, esto. Wyatt, que aún no puedo mejorarle nada. Esto aunque no lo puedo mejorar, pues nada. Vamos a escucharnos mientras un poquito.
Boss, about those invalids you saw in that devil's house.
Poor bastards. All strapped down to their beds with those lumps on their chest.
The medical staff tell me they were probably a type of cyst.
Cysts can get that big.
In some cases, yes. But supposing they're a kind of atheroma forming on the surface of the skin, the size is just too big, and the appearance is all wrong. In the end, the medical team were at a loss. Those lumps were like nothing they'd ever seen. The fluid you said you got on your prosthesis when you touched one was burned off in the fighting, and the factory burned down too. None of the tests we did once you were back at the base revealed a pathogen that could have caused them. Meaning we don't have a single sample to work with.
Everything went up in flames.
What worries the medical team most is whether it's contagious. Whether there's a chance we could end up like that.
And?
Mother Base's sanitation control has always been strict. After all, war is great at transporting diseases. For the time being, at least. There's no sign of contagion or any symptoms that could be related. One more thing.
Why?
About the surgery that had been performed on the people in the Devil's House.
Yeah.
You said that their throats were cut open, with an acoustic tube pushed inside?
Right. The tubes were hooked up to tape recorders, playing some kind of audio.
Well, we picked up some of that audio through your radio transmissions and recorded it here. The intel team has been working on analyzing the communications log.
What have they found?
There's nothing tying the contents together. We've got a report on 3 deaths in a car accident on the autoroute near Marseille. Protests outside the Libyan embassy in London, a press conference with the former Prime Minister of Sweden, a 4-month-old weather forecast for Balikpapan, and then commercials for appliances, cough syrup, and TV dinners. Assuming they're not all staged, they come off as recordings of your average public broadcast.
Public broadcasts? Just radio and TV signals?
Yes, and from all over the world. We're looking into whether they're genuine or not, just to be sure. What else? A speech that sounds like it was recorded out on the street, and people chatting about how this year's tomato crop... The pipes, huh? They're strong enough. Could make for a nice shortcut. Cryptanalysis. That includes checking all audio ranges and running it backward and at different speeds. Then there's vocabulary breakdown for political suggestions, ideological comment points. But I don't think it's going to get us anywhere.
Where were the recordings made?
There's nothing linking them from that angle either. Just like you reported, we've detected virtually every major language there is. French, German, Italian, Spanish, including South American accents. Then there's Russian, Hindi, Arabic, Portuguese, Mandarin, Cantonese, Japanese.
They're nothing if not thorough.
Well, I don't know if we've got them all covered. Ignoring the ones that have gone extinct, supposedly over 5,000 languages exist today. Besides, English isn't one of the ones we picked up.
Really? English?
I know. Only 5% of the world's population is a native English speaker. But when you factor in those who've acquired it as a second language, nearly 1/3 of the people speak it. The world's dominant lingua franca. You gotta figure they had it somewhere among all the languages in that place.
No English.
Bear in mind, we didn't hear everything that was played in that room. We couldn't isolate the more distant sounds due to static and the program could have been set to change every day.
Uf,
In a
el
nutshell,
5%, uf.
people in that room with a common medical condition were made to listen to
Pues no sé si
recordings in
esto va a ser
languages
un
from
dato
around the
real
world.
o ficticio, pero si es
It's not clear
real,
how the growths on their chests
tela.
react to it.
Tela
Could have been
marinera.
treatment for them, or maybe an experiment of some kind.
I'm guessing one person knows.
Yeah, Skullface. He was there. The only thing we can
Claro,
say
voy a
for sure is
buscarlo.
that he's involved.
Porcentaje de angloparlante del mundo. Ah, 1.500 millones de personas en el mundo hablan inglés, de los cuales 375 millones son hablantes nativos. Un 20% de la población en el mundo domina el inglés como segundo idioma. Solo el 20%. Datos interesantes. Bueno, un poquito de lluvia para seguir refrescándonos. Y vamos ahora a otra misión. Encuentro ahí.
Roger.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ.
Coja rayo de aquí.
This is B-Quad. On station at LZ.
Esto de desarrollo. Joder, cómo tarda en cargar el puñetero hidro ahí. ¿Qué haya pasado? A ver. Sí, vamos a mejorar. Vamos desarrollar es. Ahora, vámonos. Venga, Dini, nos vamos. Paramos los tiempos de carga. Se hacen eternos. Vale, no. Ahora. La batalla que virtual termina antes. Ah, vale. Vale, vale, vale. Watch. Ahora. El DFP. Vamos aquí. Siento básicamente en el bottom 3. Así que F por nosotros. Sí, me parece muy bien. No quiero participar en liga. Yo lo que quiero es participar en misiones de la campaña. Eso es lo que vamos a hacer. Busca la verdad, pero véngate. Pues vamos a dejarnos los que nos den por aquí. Seleccionar equipo. Y no Tocianin. Vamos a poner. Y ya está. Pues vamos a pasar ya a la misión. A las 6, como siempre. Es revitalizante volver a este juego después de tanto tiempo. Reanudar juego. Busca verdad, pero véngate.
Your mission objectives are to extract the child soldier's commander and their captive, the General's number 2. This child soldier platoon decided to break away from the Mbeli militants. They took the number 2 captive and have occupied an abandoned village. Start by checking that location on your map. Boss, the child soldiers will treat you as an enemy, but they're just kids. See that they don't get hurt.
buena hora me lo dice. Voy a tener que poner la pistola. Los amiguitos de el bueno del libro. Entonces, entra suministro. Unos casetes.
The White Mamba, Nyokayam Pembe. He's the commander of the kids based out of Wala Yamasa. As you know, contract forces of Africa were stationed at that village. Anti-government forces hired CRS to bring kids there from around Africa for training. But at some point, the adults with the PF started dropping like flies. This was right after we arrived in Africa. We don't know the cause. The kids ended up on their own. Must have been like fish out of water. Nothing to eat, no way to get back home. All the adults taught them was how to use a gun. Sure, they could shoot targets, but hunt for food? Not likely. They wouldn't have lasted long. Then the White Mamba showed up. He was faster and stronger than them, a better soldier, and he knew how to lead. I guess somebody wished upon a star, because their savior turned up like stardust straight out of the blue. The moment he arrived, the kids had their new commander. That was when they started attacking other villages. Word of the infamous White Mamba spread fast. But it isn't just his combat skills that got people talking. As you can tell from the name, he's the only light-skinned kid in the unit. Not to mention the blonde hair and the blue eyes. Not common in those parts. We have no idea where he came from or what he's experienced. The kid's a huge blank. But I'm sure you'll know him when you see him. One other thing. He's still a kid, so don't kill him. Be careful not to hit him with anything lethal. Not even a flesh wound. Our mission objective isn't just suppressing a bunch of militants. This is a DDR operation.
Porque vamos a hacer coger a los niños y llevarlos a sus casas y a ver que hagan con ellos lo que vean.
We take their weapons off their hands. The demobilization part means dismantling their military organization to ensure they can't arm themselves again. To do that, you need to capture the unit's commander and have him order his men to disband.
Reconnaissance is best conducted from high vantage points. I've marked a good spot on your map. Take a look at your iDroid.
Reintegration. Through education and occupational training, we give them a means to live besides war. A lot of kids born in a war zone don't know any other way to live. So before they find themselves back there, we teach them another skill. I'd like to establish this rehabilitation process at Mother Base. That's why we're bringing those kids back here. It's not so much for their sake. It's for the world that we're trying to create. No other way about it. Those kids are amateurs. Bad for business to have them running around where we're trying to work. Bring them all back if possible. Or as many as you can.
Pues sí. Vamos a escuchar el último cassette y seguimos con la misión.
We placed the White Mamba and the rest of his unit in the staff living quarters.
How's that going?
It's a disaster, but what else can we do? We've taken away his weapons and banned him from using his nom de guerre. Apparently his real name is Eli. He must feel like we stripped him of his whole identity. We'll let things simmer down. I put a guard on him for now. Still the question is, who is he? Where did he come from? And how has he survived?
He's still not talking.
No, he won't say a word about himself. But you know...
There he is, the commander. Extract him.
One of the deck crew called out to him in English, and he said something back. He just lost it all of a sudden. Started mouthing off at the guy, in perfect English. He wasn't stringing together words he picked up somewhere.
So English is his mother tongue?
He could be from the east, or the south, or maybe even further north or south. English is well established in countries all across the continent. It's rooted in Africa like a weed, or maybe parasite is the better word. So just speaking English doesn't help us figure out where he comes from.
Could even be from off-continent.
Right. In any case, we'll keep an eye on him. If we learn anything else, I'll be sure to let you know.
A ver, quédate en el directo, muchas gracias. Vámonos de aquí. Vamos a ponerlo aquí. Será el directo, muchas gracias.
Another group of child soldiers. No, must be a squad they had out on patrol. Security will be tighter now. Watch yourself.
Vale, trae en sigilo mezclado. Bien. Quiero extraerlo, pero no me deja extraerlo. Dentro mientras. No hay nada. Esto y esto.
Tranquilizer pistol or CQC to put him down gently.
Como ni... conmigo, Gato estaba entrenado básicamente para matar. Ahora cómo paso por ahí, porque la vi en Santa. Aprendan, niños, es como se hace en superpotencia. Basta de robar.
That's the target prisoner. Okay, that's the general's brother, his number 2. Get him out of there, boss.
Vale, buscarlo.
Ketinge, we, Fukulaka, Mono, Nanima, Mekwenda, Kanamu, Futuka, Bo,
Tranquilo que te va. Nada. No jodas, en serio.
Yabakala, Ilumbu, Mosi, Tata Yabankaka, Namono, Elaka Mono, Mambu, General Salaka. Bantu Yabuta, Tiyambele, Ketinkaka Mosi, Beto Nyoso, Kebampangi, Atampidina, Yai Kentango, Yabubutoka Diaka, Limafe, Menga, Kekilo, Utamasa, Utulambi, Nambi Kekilo, Menga.
Sí, perdón. Espérese ahí. Voy a sacar. Uy, ahora mismo vamos a elegir. Muchas gracias por esos 6. Muchísimas gracias. Estamos teniendo un directo de puta madre. Ya si seguimos así y en vez de un chapter 4 empezamos ahí, vamos y terminamos esta serie. Sacamos al otro. Salimos de aquí porque no hay. Helicóptero encuentro.
Roger.
No, coño. Ahora te veo. Ahora te veo. Hemos desarrollado la venta del camino.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ.
Un segundo.
This is B-Quad. Have arrived at LZ. Will stand by.
Ya, un segundo, me traiga el otro.
Alright, now you just need to extract the general's number 2.
Ahora, llevarnos al otro. Espérate ahí, Pico, que yo voy para allá. Tío, esto no hemos llevado recursos. De puta madre. Ahora por el otro. Venga, vámonos. Pero no os carguéis a los animales, niños, la bien santa. Pobrecillo, la bien santa. No se puede tener tan pocos escrúpulos para coger y cargarte un pobre animal, ahí en santa. Haz como yo, los noqueas, te los llevas y ya te hace un zoo. Pero bueno, ya estamos dándonos a los pavos de aquí. Sí, wow. Baja. Ponemos al otro. Y...
You're out of the hot zone. No enemy forces in pursuit. Mission complete.
Gaining altitude.
Luego ya veremos qué hacemos con eso. Ahí está. ¡Qué vergüenza! Está jugando con juguetes. Los ponen ahí con armas para matar. Estamos locos.
That's the way.
Estamos locos.
Mission complete. Great work.
Vale. Guay. Que sí, estar y su muerte.
About how we report this one to the client. I'll tell them we took heavy resistance from the renegade platoon, and the hostage was killed in the firefight. Also, their leader wouldn't let himself be taken alive. I doubt the client will pay us for this one, but we got a big enough reward from the general's number 2 instead. And as for the number 2, he's saying he wants to join Diamond Dogs. I guess he knows what that means for him.
Vale. Soldado élite de puta madre. Se nos viene más peña.
Boss, we have an emergency. Many of our staff are falling ill. At first it seemed like a common cold, but before we knew it, blisters started popping up on their chests and... Damn it. I'll fill you in at the ACC. Just get in the chopper. Those are the symptoms of the infection on Mother Base. The blisters on the body were full of tiny worms. Parasite larvae, most likely. But we couldn't find any adults. It doesn't seem to mature in the body, like a spargatum. We don't know the root of infection, or what causes symptoms to develop. Boss, do you remember seeing these symptoms before? The bodies floating around in the oil facility, the bedridden test subjects at the Devil's House. This epidemic looks just like what we've seen on our hunt for Cypher. So this is the weapon of mass destruction Cypher was working on in Africa. Boss, the situation is urgent. We need to quarantine the infected and contain the pathogen. Priority now is to prevent more casualties. But the problem is, how do we tell who's infected? During the incubation period, we have no way of knowing who's clean.
a la base.
You'll have to try and guess who's infected before they go symptomatic and quarantine them. It'd be easy if we just knew the route or vector of the infection. From now on, if you even suspect a staff member's infected, use your iDroid to order them into quarantine. Given the situation, the men won't submit to quarantine just because I or the medical team tell them to. But they will listen to you.
Les ha llegado el Toby a la base, mierda. O habrá que traer a todo el personal de la base. Ahora se viene la parte dura, mierda. Si ya me parecía duro lo anterior, uff.
I'll explain how to quarantine staff members suspected of infection. Go to the Mother Base menu and select Staff Management. First, take a look at the quarantine facility we've set up.
Sí, ya estoy.
We'll isolate anyone who's already symptomatic at the quarantine facility. But we have to expect that there are multiple staff who are infected, but asymptomatic. So how do we identify them? At present, we have no way to tell them apart. But there has to be something for us to go on. If you notice anything, reassign staff you suspect are infected to the quarantine facility. We'll monitor them and then contact you if there's a change in their condition. Correctly quarantining these asymptomatic infected will reduce the number of new infections. You should continue with your missions as usual. If Cypher is behind this, going after them should help us determine the root cause of this epidemic.
Oh.
Also, until we identify the pathogen, we can't fire or dispatch any staff. We cannot let this thing spread. Boss, get to the bottom of this fast. We're counting on you.
Para idiomas que hablo. Voy a poner inglés, americano. Es el Kikongo, vale. Pues a gestión del personal. Vamos a ir metiendo a todos en cuarentena. Y a confinar la base y que nadie salga a su cuarto hasta nuevo aviso. Congo, unidad de cuarentena.
All right. We'll quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection? All right. We'll quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection?
Cuarentena.
All right. We'll quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection? All right. We'll quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection?
Así por aquí también. Y Congo a cuarentena.
Alright. We'll quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection?
Aquí Congo.
Alright. We'll quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection? Alright. We'll quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection?
Congo, pues. Si todos me hablan Kikongo, la Virgen Santa. Tengo la mitad de la plantilla infectado.
Alright. We'll quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection? Alright. We'll quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection?
Kikongo.
Alright. We'll quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection? Alright.
Okay.
We'll quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection? Alright. We'll quarantine the
Saca un
staff you
coñazo, pero la primera
specified.
vez yo
Did you figure
no
out what's
hice y se
causing the
murió mucha
infection?
gente, pues habrá que poner a todos en cuarentena hasta nuevo aviso.
Alright. We'll quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection?
Vale.
Alright. We'll quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection?
Vamos a poner aquí Congo.
Alright. We'll quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's
Ahora se
causing the
viene una
infection?
jodida crisis en nuestra base.
Alright. We'll quarantine
Pasamos
the staff you
justamente a
specified.
prosperar.
Did you figure out what's causing the infection? Alright. We'll quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection? Alright. We'll quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection?
Ahora sé, ya sé lo que sienten los sanitarios en los hospitales. La Virgen Santa. Hideo Kojima lo volvió a hacer. Predijo el coronavirus.
Alright. We'll quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection? Alright. We'll quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection?
Todo el mundo aquí habla Kikongo, la Virgen Santa. Y encima voy a tener que hacer
Quarantine the
otro
staff you
de
specified.
élite.
Did you figure out what's causing the infection? Alright. We'll quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection? Alright. We'll quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection? Alright.
Congo.
We'll quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection? quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection? All right. We'll quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection?
Vale.
All right.
Pongo.
We'll quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection?
Toda la plantilla, la bien santa.
All right. We'll quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection?
La pila de gente que tengo a hacer la cazarra.
All right. We'll quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection? All right. We'll quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection? All right. We'll quarantine
Si
the
hace
staff you
falta, me pongo
specified.
también yo en
Did you figure out
cuarentena.
what's causing the infection? All right. We'll quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection? All right. We'll quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection?
Vale.
All right. We'll quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection?
Pongo.
All right. We'll quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection? All right. We'll quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection? All right. We'll quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection?
Pues... estamos en programa.
Incredible loss. Thanks to you, the number of new victims has plummeted. And the common point between the infected, is it really possible for a disease to spread because of that?
Joder con el coronavirus de los cojones. Vale. Automático, sano, sano. Destaca por... Vale, este es un D. Un D. Vale. Sí, así que... Inteligencia aquí. Vamos a devolverlo a su posición. Necesitamos mejorar la unidad de combate, pero ya. Vamos al equipo de inteligencia. Sí. Ah. Ah, este sí. Un S al equipo de inteligencia, pero ya. Por aquí. Tengo muchas de... Ahí estaba. Tú te vas a ir aquí. 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 Tú te vas a ir aquí también. Es que está especializado en varias materias. El que menos tenga, o aquí. Tú eres B en inteligencia, pues te vas al equipo de inteligencia. Pues te vas a un equipo de desarrollo de la base. B. Te vas a ir aquí. Tú te vas a ir aquí. Aquí, tú también te vas a ir aquí. Tú igual. Ah, era esto, pues vas aquí. Sé que esto es muy tedioso, pero es lo que hay. Necesito un... Aquí. Tú te vas ahí aquí. Te vas ahí aquí. Tú te vas ahí aquí. Tú al equipo médico. Médico al equipo y demás. Unidad de apoyo. No, una, pues te vaya equipo médico. Aquí ya te va. Te vas ahí aquí. Te vas a ir aquí. Te vas a ir aquí. Ahí vamos a ponerlo entonces por aquí. Médico regular, entonces vamos a ponerlo aquí. Muchas veces, así que bueno, vaya, vamos a ponerlo aquí, que es su nivel. Killer Gecko. En medicina, así que lo vamos a poner con los de medicina. En unidad de combate, desde luego. Unidad de apoyo. En combate. En comunicaciones, en equipo de inteligencia. Esto no importa mucho donde lo ponga. Vamos a poner equipo de seguridad. No importa mucho donde lo ponga, lo vamos a poner en equipo de seguridad. Necesito este en inteligencia. Necesito a este aquí. Y a este también. Y a este también. Y a este también. Y a este también. Vamos a ir aquí. Tú te vas por aquí. Tú te vayas a seguridad. Tú te vas a ir aquí. Tú te vas a ir aquí. Tú te vas a ir aquí. Y el resto que se cure. Mierda. Habrá que buscar asintomático. Nada. De momento nada. No puedo.
All right. We'll quarantine the staff you specified. Did you figure out what's causing the infection? Pues no sé qué hacer. No sé qué hacer realmente. Boss, a new job's come in. It's a hit. I'm the human trafficker who sent Shivani and the others to Nzoya Badia Bulu, where you ran into Skullface. The thing is, this guy might know something about the disease that's going around Mother Base. The symptoms are similar to the ones we saw at that factory. Start by checking the mission details on your iDroid.
Vamos a mirar porque tenemos que hacer esta misión antes de que se me muera la peña. Pues nada. Pues vamos a ir por aquí. Esta misión vamos a coger a Quiet. Sí. 1, compañero 4. Va a hacer falta su instinto de caza para ello. Sí, empezar. Mientras mi base están en cuarentena, nosotros estamos de misión. Cazando, hunting down.
Boss, the target is a PF logistics officer who works as a human trafficker on the side. The client wants him dead. He's currently on the run somewhere on the savannah with bodyguards. Unfortunately, we don't know what route they're taking. All we have to go on is a coded transmission sent by the PF at the Ditati abandoned village. It appears to be work of the target's security plans, but to decipher it, we'll need an intel file with the encryption key. This key should be at the comms facility at the Ditati abandoned village. Check your iDroid to see what the target looks like, as well as the location of the village. Find a route. Find a man.
Pues nada, habrá que empezar a buscar.
Be careful down there, boss.
Bien, espero que todo esté en la base bien con el coronavirus.
You were hospitalized in Dekelia, a British sovereign base area.
Aquí.
Look closely. Those are the symptoms of the infection on Mother Base. The blisters on the body were full of tiny worms. Parasite larvae, most likely. But we couldn't find any adults. It doesn't seem to mature in the body, like a spargatum. We don't know the root of infection, or what causes symptoms to develop. The infection rate, along with the number of dead, are both on the rise. If we don't find the cause, and soon...
Boss, you've ever seen these symptoms before? The bodies floating around in the oil facility, the bedridden test subjects at the Devil's House. This epidemic looks just like what we've seen on our hunt for Cypher. It could be a counterplay by Skullface.
That's insane. You mean they weaponize parasites?
Parasites as weapons. That definitely falls under the Biological Weapons Convention. But it's something the world would never see coming. And no one's ever developed a vaccine for parasites.
So this is the weapon of mass destruction Cypher was working on in Africa.
It may be. But if it is, how did the Yellow Cake and Walker Gears fit in? There must be something bigger we're not seeing. Anyway, our priority now is to prevent more casualties.
The medical team is studying the infection, but we can't treat anyone until we know the root cause. All we can do right now is halt the spread of infection.
fire!
Bien, ahora con la de esta capturada a llevarnos todos los recursos que hay por aquí. Me va a hacer muchísima falta. Ahora cojo toda la mierda que hay por aquí. De puta madre. Vamos a ver. Porque por ahí hay un diamante y lo quiero. No, esto tenía esta petadísima guardia. Y tan petado que está, la bien santa. Pues nada, vamos a tener que tirar por alguno de los objetivos. Uy, 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 no. Se nos está viniendo la pandemia madre. Bueno, este recurso.
Quiet!
Yendo para allá, yendo para acá. Estamos acercando. Uff, se nos está muriendo mucha gente.
Quiet. Quiet. Quiet.
extracted was a civilian abducted by the target. He says the trafficker is trying to make contact with a human rights NGO. He hopes that by handing over his list of buyers, they'll guarantee his safety. But I don't get it. Why an NGO? Why run to someone else for help?
Quiet.
Ni caso. Venga, subir al nivel 14. No sé bien.
Fire.
Mierda. Joder.
What happened? Boss!
Boss, the target is moving across the savannah. Find him and eliminate him. Unfortunately, we don't know what route they're taking. Find the route. Find the man. All we have to go on is a coded transmission sent by the PF at the Ditati abandoned village. It appears to be a workup of the target security plans, but to decipher it, we'll need an intel file with the encryption key. This key should be at the comms facility at the Ditati abandoned village. Check your iDroid to see what the target looks like, as well as the location of the village.
Vale. Ah, mierda.
Quiet.
You made it to the Ditati abandoned village. That's where the enemy PF's coded transmission came from. There's got to be a transmitter there somewhere. It could have the intel file containing the encryption key. Look for an antenna.
No hay helicópteros cerca. Pues vamos a seguir.
Não sei disso!
Subject is in.
Get the board! Butter!
Vale. Vamos a pillar todo lo que haya por aquí. Y así lo vamos a encontrar.
Picked up an intel file. With this information, the target is headed for Gazeba camp. We also have his movement route. Makes it to the Gazeba camp. Take him down on the savannah.
Alles gespannt, das steht hier. Anfangsposition. Alle hierher. Anfangsposition.
Vale, momento salir corriendo.
Das steht hier. Hohe Studenten moet hier opsteken. Hoor. De Julian copy. Blijf voor hier aanval. Hoi.
No la hemos destruido la comunicación. Algo es algo.
Maar wees versigtig. Uit.
Corriendo. Falta por colchón cassette. Este.
Remember before, boss? When Quiet attacked one of our guys on Mother Base, stuck a knife in his mouth. He's one of the very few soldiers who've had contact with her recently. Close contact. I don't think it's a coincidence that he was among those who became symptomatic pretty early on in this epidemic. Saliva and blood spatter, an open wound, mucosal infection. Whatever is causing this got inside him then. Miller,
La he liado,
that
pero
is a
bien.
baseless accusation. The source of the infection is Quiet. Everyone suspects her.
We don't know that. And we've come across these symptoms before. The bodies in the water at the oil field facility. Those sick people in the beds at the Devil's House. They're identical to what we've seen while we've been after Cypher. The infection could have come from elsewhere. But at the very least, she does know something.
It's not like she's gonna talk.
No, not through words anyway. But what about her actions? Quiet held a knife to that soldier back then, before he became symptomatic. There must have been a reason for that.
A reason for shoving a knife down the throat of one of our men.
What if she's capable of identifying who's infected? What if she was trying to stop the infection but couldn't communicate that to us? The answer to that
The source of the infection might be in the mouths of the infected.
You think there's some kind of clue in their mouths?
I don't know. But maybe there's something about the mouths of those who become symptomatic, something in common.
Something their mouths have in common. Forget it. We can't trust her. Even if she can spot the infected, I don't want her help.
I understand how you feel. But this is something to go on.
Can't you see it's just like I said? Bringing her here was a big mistake. Quiet is gonna be the end of us.
Stand down. You've got zero proof. Try to keep an open mind on this, boss. There has to be a way to identify who's infected.
HK, dat zit hier. Verifieerd en vertrek maar contact verloren naar kruisvuur. Vijand kan nog even daarbij wegkruipen. Adviseer waakzaam mee. HK, dat zit hier, kom in. HK, kom in. HK. HK, dat zit hier. HK, reageer.
Ah, mierda, se me está muriendo la gente. Y no se llena la gente patógeno. Estamos en una situación jodida.
Target's made it to his destination. He's inside an enemy outpost. That leaves us no choice but to eliminate him in the outpost. And it won't be easy. That's Kaziba camp. You'll find the targets there. The security forces must know something about the targets. Why not try giving...
Quiero mi equipo. Para reunir personal, supongo.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Buddy!
mierda. Nos van a joder.
Fire!
Mierda. Me han rodeado por todos lados.
Boss, what happened? Boss!
Voy a saber lo que vamos a hacer. Vamos a dejar esta misión para el siguiente día, porque yo tengo que madrugar. Así que vamos a ir dejando por aquí. Ya haremos la misión más tranquilamente el próximo día. Vamos a buscar a alguien para hacerle una raid. Mientras, pues, ¿qué voy a decir? No ha pillado Kobe en la base. Y vamos a ver cómo lo solucionamos. Pues nada. Muchas gracias a la Niki Lluvia, a Recio, a Andrés y a todos los que os habéis pasado por este directo. Como siempre, si tenéis tiempo, pasaros por la maravillosa página de Dynos. En fin, si os ha gustado este directo, dale al corazoncito, seguidme en YouTube, seguidme en Twitter, seguidme en Instagram, seguidme en Twitch para los que me seguís en YouTube siempre que lo queráis. Y nos vemos en la próxima. F por todos los fallecidos por COVID en la base. Y raid para ese Emilio Garra.